And, oh man, the cameras are actually reasonably well set up. I have to switch a couple of them, but not bad so far. Welcome. It's good to see everybody. So the last time we left off, as I mentioned, and I'm moving cameras around so that all the cute, amazing chibis are on the outside. Couldn't you have done this before the stream started? Yeah, but this is my own brand of terrible professionalism. So let's go ahead and start where we more or less left off with Charlotte and Lor. Now, are they still at the entrance of the cave, or have they started walking back in, or what are they up to right now?
So where we cut for a cliffhanger was that Lor had just woken up from the trance she had been in, and Charlotte had just finished identifying the sword in Lor's hand without Lor's knowledge until Lor opened her eyes. So, DM, what do I get from the identify spell?
Well, you know from the identify spell, and we talked about this a bit, so remind me if I said that you get something that I don't mention here. You know that it is a conjured spell from a warlock. You know that it is a... you know its effect, which means you know it does the extra necrotic damage, which is necrotic now rather than fire, so you would not get flame tongue. And I don't remember what else. Was that it, or was there anything else I told you you get?
I think I can, because I did identify the sword before Lor, turned it into a packed weapon, so I think I get all the,
Then you would get
I don't know it's a packed weapon. Identify wouldn't give me that, but I know that there's been a change, and that it has shifted, and that it literally shifted while Lor was
identifying it. Got it.
Yeah, so I got that. I understand that it's not what it was before, and that the change happened very recently, and it is now connected to Lor in a way it wasn't before.
But you don't specifically know that it's a warlock pack weapon. Excellent.
No, Identify wouldn't tell me that.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
All right. So that is where we start. Lor opens her eyes. I'm going to check the face cams to see if they're still in the same order. M is 1. Jeff is now 2. Jen is now 3. And Gale is now 4. That's a little bit annoying, but that's fine. Someone got disconnected.
Who was it? So yeah, Charlotte, I guess I could tell that, once Lor opens her eyes, that, she's moving more than she did in the trance, but Charlotte doesn't take her hand off of the sword. She's not trying to hide that she was identifying it.
I think as soon as Lor realizes that Charlotte has had her hand on the sword is dismissed.
All right.
And I think in this one particular situation, Lor doesn't have to roll to dismiss it. I think it just gets dismissed.
Okay.
For the audience who do not know, Lor has to roll a wisdom saving throw to dismiss her weapon usually. But I think in this situation, her and the patron are aligned to remove it.
Then Charlotte would then pull her hand back and clear her throat and say, Lor? What's going on?
Well, it looks like the alarm spell failed.
Yeah, I didn't put that up. That was a lie. I didn't think you would tell me if I didn't already know some of it. And now I know some of it. Lor? Are you even Lor right now? Are you the Lor I knew back then?
I'm Lor. I'm Lor right now. I was Lor back then. I haven't really changed all that much.
No, but this is something else. I don't know how you changed this magical weapon to be what it is now, but I know that's nothing we learned in school, and it's certainly not anything you could do back then. This doesn't make any sense to me, Lor.
Um,
And I know right now might not be the best time to talk about it.
it probably isn't.
Lor, I don't think we can sneak past that army and get to town like we were planning.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can leave this way.
Yeah.
And I don't
Well,
think... If we're going back in, I think we should go back in and meet up with everybody else.
it's a logical way to deal with it.
We can't go out this way. We
No.
can't make it down this mountain and get around the army. And even if we could somehow climb up the chimney again, it would be the same problem. We have to find some other way out here that's not gonna lead us directly into the thousands of orcs that are out there.
There's a dragon.
There's a dragon.
Yeah. There's a dragon.
Do you think the dragon knows another way out of the...
Well, it's not like
Mountain?
the dragon's rampaging around inside, and the gray dwarves were talking about the fact that they didn't bother it so much, and it's got to eat somehow, so it probably's got a door out.
Probably. Okay. So we go back in.
Yeah.
Charlotte stands up and swoops, holds on to the back of her necklace. Charlotte puts a hand on the side of the tunnel, and she kind of hesitates in reaching out to Lor for Lor to guide her.
Lor is immediately obviously I'm gonna help you.
Yeah. So Charlotte will take Lor's arm and, I guess as quietly as they can, move away from the entrance of this tunnel, hoping that it remains hidden.
Yeah.
All right. So you take your steps back, you turn around, you head back down into the depths.
Yeah. We take incredible pains to stay closer to the walls and away from any open space, because for all we know, they're going to drop into another location, and honestly don't want to fall another 60 feet. That wasn't fun. So
Yeah, so we know the way back, but we take our time carefully and stealthily getting our way back.
Yeah. And we will walk fucking wide around any obvious, any place that could potentially be a fall.
The way I mentioned it last time still holds, in that the Glitterheim seems to be giving you a wide berth. You're making sure to stay close to the walls, and you don't hear sturges fluttering up ahead. You don't hear the sound of gricks gnashing or anything like that. Everything seems to be leaving you alone, possibly because of the many, many very large scorch marks all over the Glitterheim. So yes, and you are able to get through. I'm not going to make you make any sort of check or anything to avoid loose ground. You are able to make it back, but first, while you are making your way back, let's go ahead and talk to Creetha and Calder, who have been asleep. Yes, indeed. And in our sort of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey way, we're going to assume that Charlotte and Lor get back more or less maybe a half an hour or a little bit less past waking up from your long rest. They will be tired, but no sort of exhaustion is going to be necessary at this time. They've just been up for a really long time is all. And I know that warlocks mostly get by on short rests anyway.